48, including the 28 who are deceased, of course, the 20 that are still alive. But, there's a lot of pitfalls along the way. There's some work to be done here.
Do you really have hope they will be released? And
we'd like to see it done yesterday. I mean, we want to see the hostages moving as quickly as possible. We understand that we have to get the teams like the Red Cross or whoever it is that's going to be that goes in and gets it. All these things have to be worked out, and that shouldn't take that long. All those talks are occurring even as I speak to you now. We're hoping it'll be finalized very quickly, early this week. And I'm hoping, again, who knows the timeline, but this cannot take weeks or even multiple days. We want to see this happen very fast. If it doesn't, then I think the entire deal becomes imperiled. So this has to happen quickly for the sake of the hostages, the families, and this deal. You can't have an exchange of hostages. You can't, obviously bring them out if bombs are going off and active combat is occurring. And fortunately, as you saw, the Israelis have announced that they have now suspended all offensive operations in the region, with the exception of addressing an imminent threat. Someone's coming towards them with what they think might be a suicide.
There were bombings last night.
Address that.
There were bombings last night in Gaza
Well, then we have
City.
to look into that. Yeah, well, again, we have to look exactly what those operations were. But ultimately, yes, you cannot have an exchange and if there's active combat ongoing. You just can't do it. I mean, for the safety of the hostages and for the Red Cross or whoever it is that's going to go in there and be a part of this exchange, you have to set the conditions. The Israelis have said that they would only deal with imminent threats. So we'll look into any of that because that's going to be a key component. Now, obviously, we have to make sure Hamas is also doing their part in this regard. But there are a lot of opportunities here for whoever wants to sabotage it to do so. And that includes Hamas, by the way, or elements linked to Hamas sabotaging it by in fact, creating conditions that are not viable for an exchange. So no one said this is going to be easy. This is good progress, but a lot of work remains. But it is the most significant development in this entire situation in a very long time. And it's the closest we've been in a long time to seeing a path towards the release of every hostage.
And one of the things President Trump said...
The goal in saying 72 hours is he wants to see it happen quickly. This is not something that can drag out. We cannot be here 3 weeks from now still discussing, the logistics of how hostages are going to be released. That has to happen very quickly in order for the rest of this deal to gain momentum. We're dealing with two sides here who absolutely despise each other. And obviously we understand after October 7th, 2 years ago, why it is that the Israelis have such little trust in Hamas. And no one should have any trust in Hamas. But we got to get this thing done. And I would say we want to see it done very quickly. And the hostage piece has to happen very, very fast. So no one here is claiming this is done. What we are claiming is that we have moved so we are at a much better place today than we were 7 days ago. A lot could happen wrong here, but so much could happen right if we can get this done, and we're very dedicated to making that happen. And look, it's not just the United States, although this is an initiative that President Trump deserves a tremendous amount of credit for, but it's Qatar, it's the UAE, it's Israel who's been involved in these talks, it's Saudi Arabia, it's Indonesia, it's countries like Egypt and Jordan and other countries from the region, all of whom are pushing hard and are behind this effort. We all want to see it get done, and I think that collective pressure can make this happen. I'm optimistic it will happen, but it won't be easy.